Welcome to the finale of our Naxxramas saga. In Part 4, we ascend to the Frostwyrm Lair, where Sapphiron's icy wrath guards Kel'Thuzad's chamber. The Archlich awaits. His necromantic might threaten all of Azeroth. Can heroes defeat the Scourge's master? We're about to find out. The Frostwyrm Lair. At the pinnacle of Naxxramas, where the necropolis's icy heart beats with the chill of undeath, and the air crackles with necromantic power, lies the Frostwyrm Lair, the final bastion guarding the Lich King's most trusted servant, Kel'Thuzad, the Archlich of the Scourge. This frozen sanctum, shrouded in mist and shadow, is a testament to the Scourge's dominion over death itself, a place where the line between life and death blurs into an eternal frost. Only those who have vanquished the horrors of Naxxramas' four wings, surviving the stitched abominations of the Construct Quarter, the pestilent terrors of the Plague Quarter, the skittering nightmares of the Arachne Quarter, and the military might of the Deathwing Quarter, may ascend to this fifth and final domain. Here, in the Necropolis' apex, is the ultimate trial, a battle against the ancient Frostwyrm Sapphiron and the malevolent intellect of Kel'Thuzad, whose necromantic will binds Naxxramas to the Lich King's dark purpose. The Frostwyrm Lair is a cavern of ice and bone, its vast chamber carved from the necropolis' core, where the walls shimmer with necrofrost and the ceiling looms like a frozen sky, pierced by jagged stalactites. The air is a biting cold, heavy with the scent of frost and decay, each breath forming clouds that linger like specters. Serenite chains dangle from above, their links encrusted with ice, swaying in an unnatural wind that carries a faint wail of trapped souls. The floor is a mosaic of frozen bones, remnants of those who fell to the Scourge's wrath, their forms preserved in icy tombs. Through great arched windows at the chamber's edges, glimpses of Northrend's snowy terrain flicker like a mirage, portals to the frozen waste from which the Scourge's forces poured during battle, a reminder that Naxxramas is a bridge between Azeroth and the Lich King's icy domain. Though the Frostwyrm Lair exists within the floating necropolis, its exact placement is a mystery, as if the structure itself warps space and time to conceal its master's lair. The chamber feels like a wound in reality, a place where the Lich King's power is absolute, and hope is but a fleeting whisper. Guarding the path to Kel'Thuzad is Sapphiron, an ancient frostworm whose skeletal form radiates a chilling aura. Once a mighty blue dragon, Sapphiron soared over Northrend skies, a guardian of the dragonflight's arcane secrets. His scales shimmered with the azure of a winter dawn, his breath a torrent of frost that could freeze entire armies. But when the Scourge swept through the dragonflight, Sapphiron fell to the Lich King's necromantic might, his noble spirit shattered and his body raised as a skeletal horror. Now, his bones gleam with necrofrost, his empty eye sockets burn with an icy glow, and his tattered wings beat with an unnatural strength that churns the air into a blizzard. Sapphiron's lair is in a frozen arena, where heroes must dodge his frost breath, which encases the careless in icy prisons, and they must evade his chilling aura, which saps life with every heartbeat. His roar shakes the chamber, a mournful echo of his lost honor, as he summons blizzards and ice bombs to crush intruders. To face Sapphiron is to confront a tragic titan, a dragon whose fall mirrors the desecration of all that was once noble in Azeroth. Beyond the Frostwyrm Lair lies Kel'Thuzad's chamber, a throne room of ice and shadow where the Archlich reigns supreme. The chamber is a cathedral of necromantic power, its towering pillars carved with runes that pulse with unholy energy. A massive Serenite throne encrusted with skulls dominates the room, flanked by portals that shimmer with visions of Northrend's frozen wastes. Through these portals, waves of Scourge minions, skeletons, ghouls, abominations, and banshees pour forth, their numbers a testament to Kel'Thuzad's command over the undead. The air is thick with the chill of death, laced with the faint hum of his phylactery, a glowing orb that anchors his soul to the mortal plane. Kel'Thuzad himself floats above his throne, his skeletal form cloaked in robes of shadow, his eyes glowing with malevolent intellect. Once a mage of the Kirin Tor, Kel'Thuzad betrayed humanity to serve the Lich King, forging Naxxramas into a weapon of annihilation. His voice, cold and mocking, taunts people with promises of eternal servitude, while his spells unleash chains of ice, shadow fissures, and frostbolts that rend both body and soul. His phylactery, hidden within the chamber, ensures his immortality, forcing those to battle him not just for his power, but the relentless tide of his minions and the necropolis' defenses. The Frostwyrm Lair and Kel'Thuzad's chamber are the culmination of Naxxramas' horrors, a gauntlet where every step tests the limits of courage and resolve. Warriors brace against Sapphiron's blizzards, their armor cracked under the frost. Rogues slip through shadows, dodging ice traps and scourge minions, only to face Kel'Thuzad's mind-shattering spells. Priests and paladins call upon the light, but its radiance flickers in the face of the Archlich's necromantic might. Mages counter with arcane fire, yet struggle against the chamber's oppressive cold. The battle is not just physical, but spiritual, as Kel'Thuzad's whispers sow doubt, tempting heroes to kneel before the Lich King. To defeat Sapphiron is to slay a fallen guardian, but to face Kel'Thuzad is to challenge the architect of Azeroth's despair, a lich whose defeat may only delay the Scourge's inevitable return. The Argent Dawn, the Alliance, and their allies, tempered by the trials of Naxxramas' four wings, stand at the precipice of victory or annihilation. The Abomination Wing's stitched horrors, the Plague Wing's pestilent blight, the Spider Wing's silken traps, and the Military Quarter's disciplined Death Knights have forged them into a force capable of facing the Necropolis' master. Yet, even as they strike down Sapphiron and confront Kel'Thuzad, the shadow of the Lich King looms beyond the portals, his icy gaze unbroken. Victory in Naxxramas is a beacon of hope, a blow against the Scourge's dominion, but the war is far from over. The Necropolis may fall, but its legacy endures in the frozen wastes of Northrend, where the Lich King's wrath festers, waiting to rise again. As the frost settles and the echoes of battle fade, Azeroth's heroes stand resolute, their blades raised against the darkness, knowing the fight for the world's soul is eternal. Kel'Thuzad's chamber, the heart of Naxxramas. At the frozen apex of Naxxramas, beyond the icy wrath of the Frostwyrm Lair, lies Kel'Thuzad's chamber, the pulsing heart of the Scourge's dread necropolis. This throne room of ice and shadow is a culmination of the Lich King's dark vision, a sanctum where Kel'Thuzad, the Archlich, reigns as the mastermind of Naxxramas' horrors. Here, in a cathedral of necromantic power, the air is a suffocating chill, laden with the weight of death and whispers of countless souls bound to the Scourge's will. Only those who have triumphed over the Necropolis' four wings endure in the Construct Quarter, the Plague Quarter, the Arachnid Quarter, and the Military Quarter may ascend past Sapphiron's frozen gauntlet to face the architect of Azeroth's despair. This is no mere battlefield. It is a crucible where the fate of the living is decided, where Kel'Thuzad's necromantic genius threatens to extinguish hope and plunge the world into eternal undeath. The chamber itself is a monument to the Scourge's power, its towering serenite pillars etched with runes that pulse with unholy energy, casting an eerie green glow across the frost-covered floor. A massive throne, forged from the blackened metal of Northrend's depths and encrusted with the skulls of fallen heroes, dominates the room, its presence a grim testament to Kel'Thuzad's authority. Flanking the throne are great arched windows, not mere glass, but necromantic portals that shimmer with visions of Northrend's snowy wastes, Dragonblight's frozen plains, Icecrown's jagged spires, and the Lich King's distant citadel. Through these portals, waves of Scourge minions pour forth during battle, skeletal warriors with glowing eyes, ghouls with ravenous claws, and banshees whose wails pierce the soul. The floor is a mosaic of ice and bone, each tile etched with sigils that hum with necromantic power, binding the chamber to the Lich King's will. Above, chains dangle from the vaulted ceiling, their links encrusted with frost and drip with black ichor, swaying in an unnatural wind that carries Kel'Thuzad's mocking laughter. At the chamber's heart lies his phylactery, a glowing orb of dark crystal, hidden in the shadows, its faint pulse a reminder of the Lich King's immortality. Air is thick with chill of death, laced with the acrid scent of necromancy, and the faint, otherworldly hum of the Lich King's presence, as if the chamber itself is a wound in reality, a nexus where the mortal world meets the abyss. Kel'Thuzad, the Archlich, is the master of this realm, a being of unfathomable intellect and malevolent power. He was once a mage of the Kirin Tor, a scholar of arcane mysteries, his brilliance matched only by his ambition. Seduced by the Lich King's promise of power beyond mortal limits, he betrayed Dalaran and humanity itself, pledging his soul to the Scourge. His death at the hands of Arthas Menethil, then a paladin, was but a stepping stone to his true destiny. Resurrected as a Lich, Kel'Thuzad became the Lich King's most trusted lieutenant, forging Naxxramas from the ruins of Azul Narub into a floating fortress of death. His skeletal form, cloaked in robes of shadow that ripple like liquid darkness, floats above his throne, his glowing eyes radiating a cold, calculating malice. His voice, a chilling blend of mockery and menace, haunts heroes with promises of eternal servitude, each word laced with the weight of his necromantic will. In his hands, he wields spells of devastating power, frostbolts that freeze the blood, shadow fissures that rend the soul, and chains of ice that bind entire groups in frigid torment. His mastery over the undead is absolute, summoning waves of minions, skeletons, abominations, and banshees, swarm from Northrend portals, their numbers overwhelming. The phylactery, anchored to immortality, ensures that even death is but a temporary setback, its dark energy pulsing in rhythm with his laughter. The battle in Kel'Thuzad's chamber is a desperate struggle, a clash of light against darkness where every moment tests the limits of courage and unity. Warriors charge through waves of minions, their blades sparking against skeletal foes, only to be struck by Kel'Thuzad's frostbolts that chill their bones. Rogues slip through the shadows, seeking the phylactery's hiding place, but find themselves ensnared in chains of ice that crush their resolve. Priests and paladins call upon the light, their spells flickering against the chamber's oppressive darkness, as Kel'Thuzad's shadow fissures tear at their minds. Mages unleash arcane torrents, countering frost with fire, yet struggle against the Lich's relentless onslaught and the minions that pour from the portal. The chamber itself is a weapon, its portals summon an endless scourge, its runes amplifying Kel'Thuzad's spells, and its icy floor slick with frost that threaten to betray every step. The Archlich's whispers sow doubt, tempting hearers to kneel before the Lich King, while his necromantic aura drains hope with every heartbeat. To defeat Kel'Thuzad is to strike at the heart of Naxxramas, but his phylactery ensures that his defeat is never final, a chilling reminder of the Scourge's enduring threat. Kel'Thuzad's chamber is the culmination of Naxxramas' horrors, a testament to the Lich King's ambition to remake Azeroth in undeath. The Argent Dawn, Alliance, and their allies, forged into the fires of the Necropolis' four wings and tempered by Sapphiron's icy wrath, stand as the last bastion against the Scourge's dominance. Every blow struck against Kel'Thuzad is a defiance of his master's will, a spark of hope in a world shrouded by death. Yet, even as the Archlich falls, his phylactery glow lingers, and the portals to Northrend pulse with the Lich King's gaze. The Necropolis may crumble, its chambers silenced, but the shadow of Icecrown looms beyond, where the Lich King's throne awaits. Victory in Kel'Thuzad's chamber is a beacon of triumph, but the war against the Scourge is eternal, its echoes reverberating through the frozen wastes of Northrend, in the hearts of those who dare stand against the darkness. Naxxramas falls, but the Lich King's shadow looms in Icecrown. The hero's victory over Sapphiron and Kel'Thuzad is a spark of hope, yet the Scourge endures. Thank you for joining our saga. Like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more World of Warcraft lore. The fight for Azeroth continues.